Welcome back. This is video of Lake Charles, Louisiana right now, one of the areas that President Trump surveyed yesterday after they were devastated by Hurricane Laura. Homes demolished, roads washed out, floodwaters as far as the eye can see. Laura is being called one of the strongest storms in Gulf Coast history. It made landfall just after midnight on Thursday night with winds of up to 150 miles an hour. Louisiana Senator John Kennedy toured his home state with the president yesterday. And, Senator, it is good to see you this morning. My condolences to you and all in Louisiana, and my prayers to get back on track. Can you give us a sense of the devastation?
Well, it'll take your breath away, Maria. This thing cut a path of destruction from South Louisiana to North Louisiana, about 400 miles. We've got it's probably affected 1 million to 2 million people. They've been chewed up, spit out, and stepped on. And I wanted the president to see it. He didn't have to come yesterday. He's going to carry Louisiana, but he came. And he brought his big guns with him. Secretary Wolf from Homeland Security and the head of FEMA and Dr. John Fleming and best of all, Chief of Staff Mark Meadows. And I wanted him to see it firsthand, what we're up against. This is going to be a multi-year recovery. Now, we'll recover. The people of Louisiana we're tough as a boot. But I don't want anybody to think, well, this is just, rake a few leaves and we're back to normal. This is going to take a while.
So you asked President Trump to grant a major disaster declaration for your home state. He delivered. Tell me about that declaration. How will his quick action help Louisiana's recover from this?
Well, I met with him and other members of the congressional delegation and our governor. We asked him for a couple of things. He'd already signed a disaster declaration. We call our counties parishes. We'll probably be adding parishes to that to make people available or eligible, rather, for individual assistance. The governor and I and the delegation asked the president for extra help with our National Guard. We've got every member of our National Guard on the ground. We've got 400,000 businesses and homes without water or electricity. Now, that our entire backbone of our power system is down. We've got to rebuild the backbone before we can even think about getting electricity to people. And we're already under a phase 2 lockdown from the coronavirus. Now, look, I'm not whining. The coronavirus has impacted all of us in America, but we'll deal with this. But I wanted the president to see it and his top guns, so that when I call and say, Mr. President, I got a problem here, he'll have a memory of what it really looks like. You got to see it to believe it, Maria. And I've seen a lot of hurricanes and a lot of aftermath.
Yeah. I'm so sorry, Senator. This is really so devastating. Look, there are reports that the GOP could come out with a scaled-back COVID-19 stimulus package. Nancy Pelosi said it's still not enough money. Your thoughts on that, as so many Americans today not only are dealing with what you're dealing with in Louisiana, but are also dealing with the impact of this shutdown and this pandemic?
Well, the Senate. How can I put this? The Senate only works when not everybody is nuts at the same time. But right now, the Senate Republicans, I think we've got our act together. We've been meeting by teleconference every single day to put together a bill. We've got it put together. I think it'll get, I'm not saying that every member of the Republican delegation will vote for it, but we'll get between 40 and 50 votes. And now it's up to Senator Schumer and Speaker Pelosi. They either want to help the American people or they don't. But this bill would provide help for businesses, for people in unemployment compensation. It'd get our schools open. It would provide more testing. It would give support to the post office. It's a good bill. And I hope that if Chuck will allow, Senator Schumer will allow it, I guarantee you we will get enough Democratic votes to pass this thing. I just don't know if he and Speaker Pelosi will allow it, because they're concentrating on the next election instead of the next generation.
And in concentrating on the next election this week, Nancy Pelosi said that Joe Biden shouldn't do any debates.
Yeah, I saw that.
Your reaction?
Right before he went into battle, some lieutenant probably told Custer, "Don't worry about it. We can take these guys." That's the category I put Speaker Pelosi's advice in. I hope Vice President Biden takes it, because if he takes it and doesn't debate, he's a walking dead man politically. American people aren't going to vote for a president without seeing him. You can't stay in your hidey hole. You got to get out and see people and debate. And I think the Speaker's been tripping to think that the American people are going to tolerate having a party nominee not debate for the most important, powerful job in the world. But having said it, the politician in me says, well, I hope the vice president takes the Speaker's advice.
Just extraordinary. Senator John Kennedy, thanks very much for joining us this morning. Our prayers are with you where you are.